Hey guys, so welcome back to my shop. Today I'm working on another upgrade to my new assembly slash outfeed slash basically everything table. I've taken off the top so I can show you what I'm working on, and basically what I want to do is I want to add power to it. I was originally just going to put one of those long power strips on the outside of it, and I was like, you know, I think I could do better. So what I want to do is I want to mortise, and I'll bring you guys around because I've already done this one. And basically there's going to be an outlet here, there's going to be an outlet over here facing that way, and there's an outlet over on this side as well that I'll use to be able to plug in my table saw and my router table, since they butt up against that side. There's a couple of small challenges, but I had to learn a little bit about how to wire an outlet, nothing too fancy, but let me show you what I did on this side and then we'll get to doing that side and go from there. Okay, so as you can see on this side, I have the plug in here already. I mortised it in here. It's got a metal box, just like it's actually like a house box. And then it's got the box, it's got the outlet plugged into it, and then the wires coming out the back, and I'm running it along this. I have this airspace where the back of this, because you know the bottom of these only go down to here, and then the top is up here, so there's an airspace in between, which is perfect to run the cable. And I'm running the cable, so it'll come in, it'll have an outlet, it'll come in through a extension cord over there, and it'll go into the first outlet. From that first outlet, it'll run out to this outlet, and then from this outlet it's going to run to the outlet that's going to go over here. Okay, so this outlet, the original idea was that it was going to come out of here just like those, but when I started looking at it, my table saw, the back rail butts up right against it, so it would actually block the outlets. So what I'm doing is I just basically made a box with the metal box in it. It's got a hole for the cable up top, and I made the side and the top long so that I can screw it in here. So basically I brought the cable in from that outlet and then brought it down through the wood, and it's going to snake in here, and this gets mounted like that, and that way the plugs are lower than what my table saw would have a problem with, and that's going to work out nice. It works on the sides because there's nothing underneath here. I can't do that on the, sorry, it works on the ends because, well, there's nothing here, but on the sides, since there's going to be drawers and stuff, I couldn't actually do this. That's why I went through here, which is cleaner anyways, but for this end, this is going to work quite nice. Okay, so since this one is a final outlet of the run, I don't need to do any splicing or anything like that. So this is the easiest one. So I'm going to do this one first to show you guys. Okay, so the ground wire needs to be attached to the box itself. So I'm going to start with that one. And by the way, I'm sure you guys all know this, but make sure there's no power on any of these things anytime you're changing outlets. White, which is your neutral, goes to the silver plugs. Black, which is your hot, goes to the brass colored. And really that's all there is to wiring the last one, since it's the easiest type. One thing I do like to do is add some tape to it. And there it is. I'll push that back in there. Oh, maybe. I may have to take this off to move it, but we'll see. That's that. So the next outlet I'm going to do is the one on this side, and I need a mortise in here. And I initially had thought I could devise a way to use my router in here, but I've been having so many troubles with it. On that one, it just, I don't know, I was having a hard time using the router, so I decided it was just easier and turned out better for me doing it by hand. So this one gets wired a little bit different because this line will be the line that's going to go out to power. So this will be basically our power in line. This line is the line that's connecting all the other outlets on the bench, right? So this one goes to the next outlet, and then the next outlet has that. Now, to connect these, I used to think that you would connect the power in here and the power out here, and then basically that would work, right? So like, that's why it has two screws. It totally makes sense. Well, it's not the best way to do it, and I'll tell you why. The reason it's not the best way is because of this outlet itself. So if you bring all the power into here and then send all the power out from here, if this outlet breaks down, all the outlets don't work now because this one's not passing the juice. So what people do is what they call a pigtail. Basically, they put the wires together, and they put these wires together with a third wire on each one, and that third wire goes out to the outlet. So basically there's power going to the other ones before it goes into here. So tip number 1, put your wires through your box before you do anything here. Be pretty hard to get the box out later. Okay, now here's how the pigtail works according to what I've seen. The first thing you want to do is get your ground wire and attach it to the box itself. And they usually have a screw in here. There's usually a screw in here for you to do that. So, and you want the ground wire that's going out to your power outlet. So I'm going to make a little loop. Alright, so now my ground wire, my power in ground wire is grounded to the box. Okay, so these are my ins, these are my outs to others. I'm going to do the ground wires first, and these are my pigtails. So the pigtail is basically just another piece of that wire that gets attached to this one, right? So just going to clean up the ends and then put a wire nut on there. And you can see what that does. So it, it connects all 3 wires together so that when they come out to the outlet, this outlet's not blocking all the other ones. Alright, so then I'm going to do my neutrals, which are the white wires. But man, that 12 gauge wire is so much thicker than the 14 gauge you're sort of used to, but it works. Okay, so then we wire nut it together. And there's the neutral. Neutral and the ground are done. So now, the hot wire. Now, so there we go. I do one extra step that I've never seen anybody do, but I've been doing it for years whenever I've wired anything with a wire nut. Sometimes there's a little bit of the cable exposed, a little bit of the copper. So I just make sure I tape that just in case. Doesn't take but a couple of seconds to tape it up, and hell, even if it's just peace of mind, it's worth it. Obviously the ground I don't do because it's all exposed, but okay, so now the fun part of pushing all of these in here. Okay. And that should work. Got all our contact points. And now it's just a matter of wiring it up to this. The way these outlets are built, they have a little play up and down on each side so that you can center them nicely, but I think I got it. There it is. So I rotated the camera to the other side so you could see what I did here. So basically this will get attached to here, and this goes out to my outlet. Right, that'll be my power in. And I have it going through a hole from the side and then down here, and then it'll kind of follow this leg right here, and then at the bottom it'll have the whatever this thing is called. Well, got all 3 outlets, so that finishes up this project. Only thing left is to put the top back on, and actually, I guess before I put the top back on, I guess I should test it. Okay, so I have an extension cord here, which is what I've been using, and having to switch, you know, tools to it. And I'm just going to plug in my little Makita router, see how we do. Works. This outlet works. Let's test all the other ones. Last one. Well, that worked out real nice. I'll put the top back on and start using it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.